Have you guys seen? Everybody's hair is falling out. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is partly inspired by the recent events with Mielle Organics, a brand that I dang near religiously use. Like I switch my products around, but Mielle, that's my number one right there. So imagine my shock when I saw that everybody was saying it was making their hair fall out, and I felt like, oh my gosh, my hair has also been falling out. Like I've had an increased amount of hair loss. Does that mean Mielle is making my hair fall out? And I'm here to tell you why I don't think that's the case, and the research, so to speak, that I did to identify that. In this episode of the Get It Together series, I am taking better care of my hair. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of backstory with me and my hair. I've made 2 separate videos about my hair, so I'm not gonna go too into detail about like year by year, but I've always been natural, and I have tried a lot of different ways of doing like the twist out, braid out, wash and go, that type of natural. So I'm not like a natural protective style natural, and I'm not a straight natural. I'm more of a like twist out, braid out kind of gal. As much as I want to be a wash and go girl, I'm not a wash and go girl, and it's just not gonna happen for me. One of the biggest issues that I've always dealt with is because my hair is so thick and it's more on the type 4 side than it is like a looser curl texture. I tend to get a lot of single strand knots, and my hair tangles very easily if I don't do the right steps. So in turn, I end up procrastinating wash day, and then when wash day does finally come around, it's a mess, and I'm losing so much hair, and I'm ripping out my hair, and my brush and me are fighting against my hair. It's a very ugly process. But I realized that it's getting to a point where it feels more excessive than it has ever been before. Even like when I was first natural, I don't even think it was this much, and that was when I had no idea what I was doing. So I was like, ugh, if I'm doing worse than I was when I was 14, something is wrong. Another thing that I've noticed is I feel like my hair isn't as like dense as it used to be. I know it looks thick, but like, you know your hair better than other people know your hair, and I realize now something is a little bit off. So then when the whole thing with Mielle came out, I was like, obviously it's Mielle. Mielle is what's ruining my hair. Like, this is what's happening. Not the case. Not the case at all. The exact problem that I'm trying to identify, or the exact problem that I'm trying to fix in this Get It Together video, is the excessive shedding. It was getting to a point where like, what is happening? Like they have like that daily hair loss is how much hair you lose on a regular basis. I used to tell myself like, okay, that's just because I have a lot of hair, like that's why my amount is more. That it was still not normal. Like, I wish I took a picture. It is very scary. So now I've been like bringing it down, but I'm gonna tell you guys how. First, a lot of hair loss. But why do I have so much hair loss? 1, rough detangling. The reason I say first is because that's my number 1 culprit. If I didn't change anything else that I'm listing, I still think that would make the most substantial difference. Rushing wash days. When I go into wash days, I go in thinking about everything else I have to do after, and it makes me be more rough with my hair, and it ends up making the process a lot worse because I'm skipping steps, I'm not taking the time to detangle it properly, going through it like a maniac, and then it's not really conducive to a lot of healthy hair habits. When I do a braid out or a twist out, I don't let it dry the full way. I don't even give it a full 8 hours. I diffuse a little bit, I'll sleep on it, I'll wake up in the morning, feels a little bit damp. I couldn't care less. Terrible idea. Absolute terrible idea. The hair doesn't set properly, the twist out doesn't last enough. I feel like the way that my hair is, because it's so many, like each individual hair strand is so fine that if I let my hair air dry out and every single hair strand gets to do its own thing, it just ends up knotting with each other. That's when I get the single strand knots. If I do a braid out and I put everybody in their order and I let it dry that way, I get less single strand knots. Because I wasn't letting it dry, you can guess it was a disaster. I wasn't using oil. No oil, no butter movement. I probably let that subconsciously. I just never did it. I was lazy. I didn't oil my ends, I didn't oil my scalp, I didn't oil anything, and it was just not really working. I was very stressed. Like these past couple months, stress levels through the roof. I was about to explode, and I wasn't eating because I was stressed, and because I wasn't eating because I was stressed, there was no nutrients for my body, let alone something like my hair. So obviously hair, skin, nails, first thing to kick the bucket in instances like that, and it was definitely kicking the bucket. What am I changing? First things first, I am bringing back finger detangling. Finger detangling was like #1 detangling method amongst Black women for so long, and then all of a sudden I think people just like got caught up in like all the cool brushes and stuff that we were seeing on TikTok, and then like we let go of finger detangling forever. Particularly, I'm gonna be finger detangling in the shower when I have like the conditioner and everything in my hair, and I just go through, I do like 6 to 8 sections in the shower, and then I go through and I finger detangle each of those. Then I put in my deep conditioner, put it into twist, then I shampoo my hair. Something I used to do when I was younger. I don't really know why I stopped doing it. For the life of me, I cannot tell you why I stopped doing it, but it seems like it takes a lot of time, because then I also detangle once I'm outside of the shower, but it just helps a lot. Because if I just went straight in with shampoo, which I tried, it that was what was giving me like, I kid you not, full handful clump of hair. Like, and I don't mean like I'm spreading out the hair making a bear, I mean balled up. It was in my hand like this. So we're not gonna do that anymore. Then when I get out the shower and I have my hair into those 6 sections, I open up each section, break that section up into like somewhere between 2 to 4, and I brush it with a tangle teaser. I put leave-in conditioner and all that. I brush it with a tangle teaser. I used to use that purple brush that like split like that, but we don't do that anymore. Now I'm using a tangle teaser, starting from the bottom, working my way up, and it just a lot less hair loss, and I'm getting a lot more of the like knots that are at the root out. That way when I do the braids and stuff, there's no snagging or anything when I end up taking it out. There you go, no single strand knots. Look at that, guys. Problem solving. Wash day equals self-care. Washing my hair is self-care. I'm taking care of myself because my hair is a part of me. And thinking about it like that helps it to not feel like it's taking so long, and it helps me to not stress myself out about like, oh, I have homework, oh, I have to edit, oh, I have to whatever. And then it's very counterintuitive to think like that because you're stressed, so you end up taking more time doing something that would have taken you less time had you just calmed down. But I guess that's just how being anxious works. So we're also working on that in other aspects of my life too. Getting comfortable in my braids and twists so that I can leave them in for more than 24 hours. Something that I did with my last braid out was I did like flat twists in the front to make it look a little bit more stylish, so that it would encourage me to keep them in for longer, so that I wasn't keeping them in for like 4 hours and then taking them out. This helped it so that my hair was actually fully dry when I took it out, and my hair looked a lot better because of it. And like, what is it, like day 4, maybe day 4, day 5, it's lasting a lot more longer than when I did the opposites, which was taking it out when it was very, very damp. So now I also do Olaplex. I do like I got a sample from Sephora, it's nice. I do Olaplex before I diffuse, and I put it on my mids and ends before I take out my braids. So I rub it on my hands, take it out, and it actually makes the process easier. I'm not even gonna lie, I thought it was like pseudoscience, but it actually works. So and then I do amla oil on my scalp and on my ends throughout the week. And then I have like a peppermint oil that I also use. So I just use a lot of different oils, and I'm just trying out different things. My scalp definitely feels heavier, so I think I'm gonna have to get a more clarifying shampoo to really like get in there, because scalp health is also important. But all that itchy scalp that I was dealing with before, she is no more. Why is everybody blaming Mielle? Why has everybody else said that it's Mielle? And why do I think it's not Mielle? The company used to be Black owned, and then I think the owner, she sold the business when it started booming with like the rosemary oil, and apparently there's been formula changes, and that's why there's been so much hair loss. I read ingredients, particularly when I'm buying hair oils. Like, I understand some hair ingredients have to be there for like preservative purposes. Not everything can just say coconut oil and like you know, sunflower oil, some of them have to, like, you know, have certain alcohols and stuff to make it last long. Otherwise you have to put everything in the fridge. I read my hair oils in particular, because a lot of oils will be like, oh, peppermint oil is the 7th ingredient. I also think it's important to identify what exact ingredients are causing this hair loss, because a lot of other brands sell to non-black owners and they also do change the formula. So if you don't know what ingredient in particular is causing hair loss, you could be dropping Mielle for hair loss issues and then keeping a different one even though they both have the same ingredient. Nobody's really doing research as to what specifically is causing the issues, and it's just a lot of like bandwagoning and a lot of hysteria and sensationalization. I think that's the biggest thing. Outside of that, I don't think people are taking accountability. Don't yell at me, but it could also be your fault. Like, you can't just blame Mielle, because I know for me it was my fault. I could not sit here and blame Mielle knowing good and well I was brushing my hair like I was punishing it or something. Like, it was no bueno at all. Find what works for you. It's not just words. Like, literally find what works for you. For some people, that brush that splits apart like this is really, really good. For a while I thought it was really working with my hair, but like, you have to listen and look and really see like what is actually happening here. To do your own research on products. When you go to Target, don't just pick stuff up and put it in your cart. Actually pick it up and read it, and then reflect on your routine seriously, and then change what isn't working. If you feel like a shampoo is making your hair really dry, or it's not actually helping you to clean, why are you still using it? And also, some things don't need to be used every wash day. Like for me, there's like this cleansing serum thingy from Camille Rose. It's like a lightweight shampoo. I think I'm gonna start using that every other wash day instead of every wash day, because it's not strong enough, like it's not clarifying enough to clean out all the oils that I use on a weekly basis. But I wouldn't have known that if I wasn't paying attention. So pay attention. Like, it's not necessarily rocket science, but it's also not like a matter of just like brushing your teeth every day, you know? I know I complain a lot about how other people do their hair, but today's me holding myself accountable. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys take into consideration some of the things I've done, and if you are experiencing hair loss, think about it could be some of the things that I said. Anyways, yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.